My advice to them, find the best man you can at your youngest age and settle down with him.
And if that man is 40 years old, you'd be okay with it?
40?
Yeah.
As long as he can provide for her and she loves her, he's going to treat her right. Absolutely.
Bringing nothing to the table, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you want a woman to bring something to the table, go to IHOP. Go to the restaurant where you can tip her, baby.
It's Jay. I want to get into this video here. This video is about a brother talking about how it is back home, and he breaks it down. He has a lot of good information, and his explanation is deep. So let's get right into that right now.
The Western woman, the American woman, from a standpoint of marriage and family, this is the worst place in the world to choose a wife. Not only the worst place in the world, it's the worst place in the annals of history to choose a wife. Attention to a woman is like crack cocaine. And so she's seeing these things on the internet, and she's got guys in her DM, and they're giving her a false idea of their value. Male attention is monopoly money. Because when you hit 35 and that attention starts to go away and you start looking for men, the kind of men you want, now you're competing with the younger, hotter, more fertile girl. There's a reason that the creator starts, you start to lose your eggs, in the mid-30s? I have daughters. My youngest daughter just graduated from college. She's 22. My advice to them, find the best man you can at your youngest age and settle down with him.
And if that man is 40 years old, you'd be okay with it?
40?
Yeah.
As long as he can provide for her and she loves her, he's going to treat her right. Absolutely. As long as they're an adult. It's okay for an 18-year-old or a 19-year-old to have and have sex and put it all out on the internet. She's old enough to do that. She's old enough to be in a relationship. It's always from tradition, and you go to other countries, the same thing. You find younger women with older men because the older man is more seasoned.
Yeah, and he broke it down. He said he wouldn't mind it. It's understandable. You know, men understand that they want their daughter to be in the best position to provide. For a man, that they want to be in the best position with a man that can provide and the man that can take care of them. Usually a man that's more established. The man doesn't have to be 80 years old or anything like that. But, 20-year difference, 15 years, it's fine. But no, nowadays, women naturally want to go for the guy closer to their age. And we already see how it's turning out. That's turning out horribly for a lot of women. And then they're, like he's explained, they're hitting 35 and they realize, where did all the good men go? But anyway, let's continue on.
This is a question for men. What is it about the modern woman that rubs you the wrong way? And please refrain from giving me an answer that applied to how life was 50,000 years ago. Like today in 2023, what about the modern woman rubs you the wrong way?
I'm not bringing nothing to the table, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you want a woman to bring something to the table, go to IHOP. Go to the restaurant where you can tip her, baby. Sprinkle, 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 sprinkle.
Damn, girl, what you saying? What you saying, huh?
Because if I bring something to the table, you're going to be mad because it's going to be another man who's going to not ask me to bring something to the table. He's going to take care of the bill, them kids, and everybody else. And you, if you look broke.
Yeah, and that's what more guys need to do, right? Take advantage of those passports. Like, I want to show my son that early. My son is out here with me right now in the Philippines, and I'm not showing him about women saying, "Oh, this is why you need to get your passport." No, why would I do that to a young boy? He's mine. I'm not going to corrupt his mind. But when he gets of age and he starts seeing and noticing some things, I'm right here. He already sees how it is. He's out here now. The girls look at him. He gets that everywhere, right? He's gonna be a handsome guy. But anyway, the girls look at him and say, he knows he can get it here. Like, my son likes to wear slippers, Sanellas. He likes to wear white boy shorts, right? That's the style out here in the Philippines. So, and that's what's happening with a lot of guys. A lot of guys are saying, you know what? I can go over here and it's my style. And it just so happens he's like that naturally already, but still, these are the options. Men are gonna take advantage of those options. You notice with the woman, right? When she was breaking things down, and you notice how corrupted her mind is and how seems like she has somebody else living in there. When she says something and she says sprinkle, sprinkle, yeah, sprinkle, sprinkle. I gotta rewind that back. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's like it's off. It's like she's crazy. I'm sure you guys realize, like, why you keep saying sprinkle, sprinkle? Like, you're a grown woman. Why are you talking like that? Trying to pick up the trends of the youth. But anyway, guys, let's go on to the next one.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Qualities that I look for in men as a dating coach. Number one, is he's saying and doing the same thing. For me, if a guy is telling me that he's going to text me or call me at a certain time and he doesn't do that, I'm going to think that you have absolutely no regard for my time. I recently had a guy say that he was going to call me last night, did not call me, so he's canceled. He just texted me at 2 p.m. the next day saying, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I got home later than anticipated. I don't give a fuck. It's a simple text like, hey, sorry, I'm not going to be able to call you because this. I feel like all we really have is our word, so if you are not true to your word, how do you expect me to build any kind of trust with you? Number two, is he sexually disciplined? The way that I build trust physically with someone, if they're like all over me and like wanting to put it inside of me really quickly, it's like, relax, buddy. Like, we haven't even fucking established what we're doing right now. He's like all over you, can't keep his hands off of you. If you're saying no and he still tries you, your no to him is like, try a little bit harder and maybe I'll change my mind. That to me is such a huge red flag. Guys that don't have sexual discipline are much more likely to cheat. How do you expect someone to build trust if that person doesn't respect you, and when you say no, that you actually mean no? If you have no regards for my body, then you do not respect me. Number three, how he responds when he doesn't get what he wants. I was with a girlfriend, she invited a guy that she was talking to, and he wanted to go to one restaurant and we wanted to go somewhere completely different. He didn't have to come along with us. You're an extra in our party. The fact that he had a hissy fit because he didn't get his way, you're showing me you do not know how to compromise in a relationship. He fucked it up before he even had the chance. Before, how they respond to conflict. I feel like if I were to say something that's bothering me or that I have a problem with, just overall in general, and they're defensive, coming at me, they're blaming it on me, like you're the problem, blaming it on someone else, instead of listening and taking accountability for what he did wrong, but then also trying to fix the situation, it's a done deal. If you can't take accountability, we're gonna have a lot more issues in the relationship. Anyways, I have a lot more of these. If you guys want a part 2, hit the like and follow for more.
Yeah, guys, and this right here is simply when a guy is a little boy, and it's natural for a guy that is not used to life, doesn't have longevity in life, and a guy can be young and have that, right? A guy can be young and have a mild manner. A guy can be young and be older in his years. Also, this video is to show how women nitpick every single thing. You see, she's nitpicking, looking at everything you're doing, and women do that. Women look at the way you're doing, the way you're sitting at the dinner table, the way you're talking to the waiter, the way you're mingling with people. You're too nice to the waiter, that's a problem. But that's just how it is, guys. Welcome to the world.
Get ready with me while I go over 5 major things that I look for in a man. In my younger 20s, I had no idea what I wanted or what I was even looking for. I am now 29, and here's what I learned. Number 1, emotional intelligence. I'm a Cancer, and that's all I have to say. Okay, no, but really. Emotional intelligent men are able to recognize, interpret, and respond, not react, respond to emotions within themselves and others. And let that sink in, because we women are emotional creatures. So meeting a guy that have this quality will make your life so much easier. Which brings up number 2, being an empath. Now this means you're able to understand how others feel. And with empathy comes with compassion. And that right there is going to feed my soul. And with empathy, you're also a better listener. Number 3, conflict resolution. Y'all, I can't stress how major this is. How do they deal with conflict? Do they get defensive? Do they shut down? Or do they simply just try to avoid it? Or do they communicate effectively and try to compromise with you? Listen, a conflict should never be an argument. This is an opportunity for growth in the relationship. This could make or break you, because when conflict is mismanaged, it will create huge harm, which eventually turns into a toxic relationship. And talk about draining, it will suck the living life out of you. Number 4 is background. And coming from a Korean culture, this has always been a big thing, but I don't mean it in a shallow way. I mean that as in it's important because it tells you what kind of an attachment style you have. How you grew up plays a major role in who you are as an adult. This is also where you develop your morals, your core belief and value system, and also how you act and treat situations. That's why they say the first 7 years of your life is how you're going to develop. If you have any traumas growing up, this is where you develop insecurity, anxiety, fear, and that's where you form attachment disorders. Also with background, looking at the relationship they had with a parent or a single parent is a big indicator on how they're going to treat you. And lastly, stability, because consistency is major. In order for me to think about a family and even think about children, I need a safe, stable environment. Creating that safe place for me and having that stable environment financially and emotionally, that will lead me to tap into my divine feminine energy. All right, friends, thanks for tuning in. Those are my 5 major things that I would look for.
You serious?
Man, that video was hard to watch, guys. You want to know why it was hard to watch? She's talking about everything she wants in a man, just marking off the checklist. Wow. And the other woman did the same thing. That's always done, right? Now she's hitting the age. She's hitting the wall soon, 29 going to 30. Now she's looking to settle down. But then she's saying all this while putting on a fake face. She's putting on a fake face, putting clips in her hair. Her face looked totally different by the time she was done. Looked like she had extra lashes in her eyes. And we're not trying to I mean, that's what women do, but we already know what it is. And always looking more for the guy from the guy, but giving nothing in return. But man, that's just how it is. Guys are checking out. See you next video. There's definitely more to life than this.
Baby, sprinkle, sprinkle.